Greetings towards my Century Galaxy, it's the Century Man here, so back again with another episode review of Loki, Series 1, Episode 5. The title of this episode is called Journey into Mystery. This week's episode of Loki, this was good, another good episode. The last two episodes of Loki, I think they are the strongest episodes of the show so far for Season 1 of Loki. And the reason I say Season 1, because it's confirmed that Loki is getting another season, I said to myself, yes! I'm glad Loki's getting another season. It's confirmed that Tom Hiddleston is sticking around to the MCU. And it was really disappointing that WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier, they are not getting another seasons. Because I like those shows, because Wanda Maximoff, Scarlet Witch, she's going to be in the new Doctor Strange film, and it's confirmed that the MCU is going to do a fourth Captain America movie. I think it's going to be confirmed, the title of the new Captain America movie is going to be Captain America and the Winter Soldier, so I'm guessing, Captain America and the Winter Soldier is going to be a sequel to Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I don't know with Doctor Strange 2... I don't think it's going to be a sequel to WandaVision. I don't think so. They might do a second season of WandaVision, but I think it'll be called Wanda and the Vision. But unlikely. I think WandaVision is basically Paul Bettany's swan song, because they're not going to really capitalize on the White Vision. I don't want to get into it. Just watch my season finale review of WandaVision episode 9. Anyway, so let's go back to the episode 5 review of Loki. This was good. And you see on the screen right now that you see Loki wearing a suit, wearing his crown. It's not the Loki, working with the TVA, found out the TVA doesn't exist Loki. This is a different variant version of Loki, an evil Loki. It looks like he's running for president. It's good to see that Loki. I'll get to talking about that Loki later on in this review. So the aftermath was good. Loki got pruned. He woke up in this they call it the Void in this episode with other versions of Loki. There's Kid Loki, Black Loki, and Old Loki, played by Richard E. Grant. So let's talk about Richard E. Grant playing the role as Loki, the old Loki. His Loki outfits is from the comics, the old comics. His performance was good. And also in this episode, and Loki is basically, and the Lokis are basically fighting this this evil cloud monster called Alioth. And Richie Grant casts this illusion that's Asgard, and he's kind of laughed. These final words are glorious purpose, and you end up getting defiled by Alioth. I understand why they have to do that, because he's not, it's a one-off. He's not going to be part, in future projects. Damn shame. And there's one scene, they're in the hideout. He said his universe his ship got taken over by Thanos, same as the Tom Hiddleston's Loki, and in the Loki we know, for the past 10 years said did you trying to stab him? And old Loki says, or classic Loki said blades are worthless in the face of Loki's sorcery. He said he traveled through space. He goes in, he went into a planet, isolation and solitude. He's about to leave, because he missed his brother and people and then end up getting captured by the TVA. And also they kind of showed a lot of but kind of a lot of backstory of, not just old Loki, Kid Loki, and Black Loki. And also had the fucking alligator. It's just I kind of laugh a little bit with the alligator. You got Loki. You got the Loki, the hero Loki. I'm gonna use wrestling terms. Babyface Loki. Said that is that alligator supposed to be Loki? And then you got the Loki where the President Loki says, how's the alligator got in here? It's just like kind of like laughing my ass off. Yeah, it's disappointing how Richie L. Grant's Loki got killed off. I think he was good. Anyway, so yeah, Ren's, basically the early begins of the episode. You had basically Sylvie basically torturing friend to Prune, Renslayer. They're trying to get Loki back to the TVA, and also that it's impossible. It's about like instead. I think Renslayer says it's impossible to really destroy a timeline branch. Instead of just resetting it, move to a different timeline, and she said like about the existence of the existence collide until it stops, and there's no way to come back. And also she said like a time pad, it will not lock in a destination. And also they had the missed minutes. I don't get this missed minutes thing. I think it's a bit of a propaganda thing. I like Tara Strong playing the role as Miss Minutes, or voices Miss Minutes. This spacecraft, but unfortunately we never seen that. And basically Renslayer, basically they're gonna, for their teaming up, says find the man behind the curtain, kill him, but instead it was a setup. You can tell Renslayer looks a little bit scared because like, I know you're hiding, we're not gonna find you. If you be nice, I'm gonna put you in a time loop with a good memory. You can spend rest of the days in a good memory. Do you have a good memory? And Sylvie says, yeah, one. And basically she pruned himself. She ended up in the same void as Loki. She ended up waking up in this basically in a school bus. I thought it was a nest. I could see there was some eggs, and I thought it was some giant bird nest, but instead she was in the bus. She was about to get killed, but almost got killed by a lion. But instead, Mobius came along, driving a pizza car. And I said to myself, I glad they didn't proper killed off Mobius, because I like Owen Wilson's character so far. It'd be completely effing stupid that you have one of the second starring cast of the show getting killed off 2 episodes before the end. I'm glad he sticked around. Anyway, so basically Sylvie said to Loki about she got a link with Goliath, and she saw like a vision of Asgard, and you could tell like Sylvie's kind of Asgardian. Yeah, like I said, they show a lot of backstory of the previous Lokis. Like I said, I talk about the old Loki's backstory. Black Loki. Basically, he said like he vanquished Captain America and Iron Man, took all 6 Affinity Stones, and then you got Crocodile. I don't know. It's crocodiles and alligators. I don't know which one's the difference. They look like the same. I don't know. An alligator Loki kind of growl and snarl, and then basically he kind of insults crocodile Loki, or alligator Loki. Said like at least my Nexus event is not eating a cat, and then that alligator Loki trying to kill Black Loki. He end up ripping the really ripped off the hand of President Loki. They end up doing the betrayal thing, like, because, and also with Kid Loki, he's a ruler. You got Loki says how a kids like command you. How do he wears the crown? And also Kid Loki's motive, like he killed Thor, and maybe killed Thor as a kid, because I feel like maybe they're jealous of their version of Thor, because they're jealous of Thor, and also Odin, because Odin favorites Thor more than Loki. And also there was some Easter eggs. I don't talk about Easter eggs. I just don't do them. I don't talk about them. So there's a Thanos copter. I said to myself, how the fuck is Thanos, driving a helicopter. He doesn't do that because the helicopter is way too big for him or too small for him. And also, there's a frog Thor. I think it was a dead frog Thor because I'm not saying Thor. No, I don't say Loki is hate Thor, but I think he kind of drove because I think Thor and Odin kind of drove Loki into insane, not insane, but driving into that dark side route. Anyway, so yeah, and also when the crocodile, alligator, whatever, same thing, bite Loki's hand off, you kind of get that girly scream. I kind of like that. You can tell that this President Loki is basically a comedy thing. It's not like a serious thing. Loki's he could do the comedy stuff and also could be serious at the same time. It's like eating the cake and having it too. In the lateral stages of the episode, you had Renslayer basically confronting Hunter B-15 for basically betraying the TVA, helping Sylvie escape. Hunter B-15 basically not putting up Renslayer's bullshit. She said, like, you're not helping the TVA. You want to find out who's behind all of this. The fake TVA and the real TVA. You're not going to find them, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, Renslayer so far in this show, in the season 1. She's okay. She's got the weakest villain so far of this Marvel Disney Plus shows. I think the best so far has to be Agatha Harkness, played by Catherine Hahn, and also Carly Morgenthau from Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Hayward, I don't really give a shit about him. I hope he is not coming back. I'm glad you guys come up in WandaVision. They kind of teased John Walker that he could be the evil Captain America. Unfortunately, they really dropped the ball. I don't want to get into it, But with Renslayer, I don't know if she is the main villain of the show, of season 1. I think the Kang the Conqueror character is... I think there's rumors that the character is going to be in the new Ant-Man movie. I think it's called Quantumania. That comes out in... I think it's next year or the year after. I don't know. It could be 2022 or 2023. I covered Ant-Man and the Wasp last month, I can't wait. So I'm guessing they're going to introduce Kang the Conqueror. It might not be this show. It could be the people like speculating that Kang the Conqueror could be in the fight. Could be in the show. Maybe. He might be in the season finale. I think Kang the Conqueror is a man. I know he's not human, but he's an alien. But I think he could make his bow in the MCU in the last episode of the show. He might not get killed off. He might get escape. He could show up in probably the new Ant-Man movie, and he could be a future villain of the new Avengers movie. That could be... I don't think the Avengers movie could be, in Phase 4, could be in Phase 5. I think, there's speculation that the new title of the new Avengers movie, Avengers 5, that it could be Secret War. So, you have to wait and find out. But, so, yeah, Loki, see, I'm drawing a blank here. Boy, let's talk about Eliath. Eliath, you can tell it's CGI, you can tell, it's a murdering, destructive cloud. There was one scene that Eliath kind of wiped out, there was people on the ship. The ship got the ship got pruned, and they're trying to shoot it. They got all the crew of the ship got vaporized, got dissolved by Eliath. He kind of wiped off, he kind of ate dissolved old classic Loki. There's one scene when Sylvie trying to entrance Eliath. She couldn't do it for the first time. When Loki managed to do it, you could tell there's open up the portal There was a castle, so I don't know, it's Asgard, but that set up the season finale of the yeah, it's opened up the it really set up the season finale of the show, or season one of the show. And also the final goodbyes. That was good. Yeah, we never seen Kid Loki after this. He like gave the adult Loki, Tom Hiddleston's Loki, a dagger or a knife. It's basically a mini sword, and then he walked off. Yeah, old classic Loki got killed off. I don't know what happened to Crocodile Loki or Alligator Loki. We don't know, if they survived or not. Basically, yeah, you had Mobius, and Loki had that moment. Says Mobius said to Loki, "You finally escaped," and it's more in a happy way. They hug it out, and then Mobius said to kind of whispered to Sylvie, "You're my favorite." I kind of fucking laughed at that. Basically, he's going back to the TVA. He says he's gonna burn it to the ground. It'd be a disappointment that Mobius is not gonna ride on jet skis. That'll be, that's a really, I don't know, it's a bit of a joke or kind of a reference throughout the show, because they bring up reference. Because in the end, really in episode 4, he said, anywhere I go, wants to ride on my jet ski." I want to see that. That would be good to see. I don't think Mobius would die, because you had this moment between moment between Loki and Sylvie. Said about when the TVA is gone. He said in the final moment, "I'm not too sure if you betray me," and Loki says, "I already betray people who love me. Betrayed my father, my brother, my home. I'm not that person anymore." You can tell that the character development of Loki. You can tell Loki is slowly as a babyface. This is not the 2012 Loki, because you can tell, like, before the whole situation when 2012 Loki stole the Tesseract, and get captured by the TVA. You had you got the past Loki. Before the whole this scenario, the show began. You had Loki. Got he trying to rule Earth with the Chitauri. Avengers stopped them. He got captured by Asgard, and then he got killed off by the Dark Elves in Dark World, and then he faked his own death, but disguised as Odin. He appeared in, you could tell he was kind of like a tweener in Dark World, a little bit in Ragnarok. He had the bonding moments with Thor, then got killed off by Thanos, got his neck snapped by Thanos in Infinity War. And then, in this show, Loki stole the Tesseract, like I said, got captured by the TVA. You could tell, he saw some footage of his life, the last 6 years of his life, seeing his mom getting killed off by the Dark Elves, his dad got killed off, bonding time with Thor, and seeing his own death, seeing the reports of the destruction of Ragnarok. You could tell, like, he's slowly turning babyface, organically, without going through, experience the events by himself. I'm trying to say, like, sorry, I'm tongue-tied, twisted moment. Like, instead of like going experience that moment, he basically saw his life before his eyes. The stuff he's not gonna just before he experiencing that. You could tell, like, he wants to help, trying to put his dark side to the past. I think, like, Odin, I have to give Odin some shit. Basically, kind of like treats Loki like shit. All Loki wants to be is a ruler, follow his dad's footsteps. Because in the first Thor movie, Thor doesn't really give a shit about ruling Asgard. Loki wants to take over Asgard, rule it. He basically gives them the cold shoulder because he's, a frost giant, half frost giant. Maybe Frigga, basically Loki and Thor's mother, probably have sex with Laufey behind the scenes, off screens, sorry. And then maybe like, basically Sophie says, like, after this, maybe there's a new timeline you could be rule. And it'd be really good to see, being, Loki, Asgard, worshipped by a lot of Asgardians, got that, he might do that, they might. I think they need to do because I guarantee that Loki's not gonna get killed off because it's confirmed that Loki is getting another second season because Tom Hiddleston is, he's like Chris Hemsworth. They are staying put from the MCU. I think they like the way they wrote their characters. It got me thinking they could do they might do a Loki Thor movie or a TV show. That'd be good. There's some chemistry between Chris Hemsworth and Tom Hiddleston. That could be down the road, down the line, probably in the next couple of years. Because I want to see that. It'll be like future Thor and Loki from the events of Loki season 1 collab. Loki. It'd be confusing, but because Thor thinks he got survived the broken his neck by Thanos, but it'd be the Loki from 2012 developing. You'd be telling about he met his female version of himself and blah 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 blah. Depending if who's going to be the next villain of season 2, whatever. I don't know. Sylvie stick around. Sylvie might be a sacrifice. I don't know. What's her name? Sophia Di Martino, who plays Sylvie. She plays a good role. She plays a good job playing that character. If it's a one-off, that'd be disappointed. But maybe she could stick around for season 2 or maybe future projects. Anyway, so they might do a Loki Sylvie movie. Who knows? Fingers crossed. If Sylvie survives episode 6, But the relationship, I don't know if they're gonna hug or kiss. It'd be a friendship kiss. You can tell Loki had some feelings with Sylvie. That could be the reason. So yeah, I think I covered most of it. Yeah, I think I did. There's nothing to talk about. I think this episode, I'm gonna wrap this up. So yeah, this 5th episode of Loki is good. We haven't got long left because next week's the final episode of season 1, and that's it. I said to myself, I'm taking a break after Euro 2020 and also covering Loki. Take a break, and then in August, I will cover What If. I saw the trailer of What If. That looks good. You had Peggy Carr is going to be Captain Carter because she'll be because the typical the traditional most memorable Captain America shield is the red, white, blue with the star on the middle. Peggy's shield will be red. It'll be Great Britain's red, white, and blue with the British flag on it. It'd be what if it'd be like the scenario if it'd be a scenario. What if Captain America Steve Rogers never took the super serum? Looking forward to T'Challa and Yondu. What if Yondu did not kidnap Peter Quill, kidnap T'Challa, and that'll be Chadwick Boseman's final performance because it's very fucking shame. Because I covered Black Panther a month ago, not a month ago or 2 months ago. Actually, when I say Ant-Man and the Wasp, I didn't cover it in June. I covered it in May. I think it was late May, early June. You know what I'm trying to say, but yeah, I'm gonna talk about it again. Chadwick Boseman's death. I said they need to retire the character, in my opinion. Retire in live action form because there's no way they're gonna recast. Who's gonna do better than Chadwick Boseman? It's a very impossible job. I think he kind of set the bar. I can't wait for that episode. What if T'Challa got inducted by Yondu instead of Peter Quill? I don't. It's a shame that we're not gonna see. I'm glad we're not gonna hear Robert Downey Jr. Once again betraying the role of Tony Stark. I don't know who's the voice actress. Not voice actress, but the voice actor portraying the role of Tony Stark in that scene because I don't know because I think he got the stuff with the terrorists. This is the scene from the first Iron Man movie, the terrorist attack, the bomb. Before what if Tony Stark never got captured by the 10 rings? You know, the Reactor Core becoming Iron Man. You got Killmonger. You know, I don't know. He's going to be portrayed by Michael B. Jordan. It's kind of like can't wait for August. So anyway, think I think I did. I think I yeah. There's nothing to talk about. Yeah, I think I cover. Yeah, I cover most. Yeah, I cover most of this episode. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed my episode 5 review of Loki. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Smash the like button. Click the bell. And subscribe to the Central Man Network on YouTube for more wrestling videos. Actually, I haven't produced a wrestling video for ages now. The last one I I put out is my review of Hell in a Cell 2021. And also I cover a lot of Marvel stuff. The MCU movie review series, WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, and my previous episode reviews of Loki. And now I'm covering a lot of DC stuff. I'm on the middle. I just like finished my season 1, episode 2 review of Titans. That will be properly this weekend. Might not be Saturday, maybe Sunday. Stay tuned to find out. So yeah, this is Central Man officially signing out. Check you later. Like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, folks.